Welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video we will discuss how to create a sprint in Jira. If this content is helpful for you, please like and subscribe to the channel to help us create more such content and reach a wider audience. Do hit the bell icon to receive updates on our new content. For those who are new to our channel, let us introduce you who we are. Agilemania is a team of experienced professionals passionate about Agile, Scrum, Safe, Kanban, and much more. We are on the path to create a smooth digitization journey, and we are well known for one of the largest Agile and Scrum community. In case you want to join, please check the link in our description box. In this video we will discuss what is a sprint in Jira, benefits of using sprints in Jira, how to create a successful sprint in Jira. Last but not the least, the best practices for using a sprint in Jira. It's a well-known fact that the faster you can get new products to market, the more likely your business will thrive in an increasingly competitive market. But what does this mean for your organization? Well, it means that you need to streamline your product development processes and reduce the amount of time wasted on red tape and unnecessary paperwork. You need to implement a process that will drastically cut down on the time taken from ideation to release. Sprints are one of the most effective ways of doing this. In this video, we'll be taking a look at exactly what sprints are and why you should implement them within your organization. We also have some great tips on how you can create a successful sprint process in Jira so that you can start seeing results quickly and efficiently. Let's learn what is a sprint in Jira without any delay. Creating sprints in Jira is not as simple as it may seem. The word sprint refers to a period during which the team focuses on a specific project, product, or set of tasks and has limited distractions. Sprints are usually set up to last for 2 to 4 weeks, but this can be adjusted based on the needs of the team. At the start of a sprint, the team brainstorms which tasks need to be completed and creates a plan of action. During the sprint, the team works on these tasks and updates the sprint issue accordingly. At the end of the sprint, the team has a sprint review meeting to discuss what was accomplished and what could be improved for the next sprint. In Jira, a sprint is represented by a sprint issue. This issue type is used to track all the tasks that need to be completed during the sprint. A sprint is a slice of time for development. It's a focused period of time that can help with the release of features, enhancing the current application, or addressing customer feedback. They are used to understand customer needs, prioritize work items, and achieve greater efficiency. A sprint plan is laid out for all the developers and other individuals needed to complete the project on time. Sprints are an essential part of Agile software development. They help teams structure their workflow so that they can complete projects faster with higher quality results. A sprint framework makes it possible for any team to implement Scrum or Agile processes with minimal overhead and complexity. Now that you know what a sprint is in Jira, it's time to know what are the benefits of using sprints in Jira. Sprints are an excellent way to manage projects in Jira, as they help to break down complex tasks into manageable chunks and ensure that deadlines are met. Some of the most prominent benefits of using sprints in Jira include: sprints can help improve communication and collaboration within a team by keeping everyone aware of the tasks that need to be completed and when they are due. This allows for a more cohesive team and a more streamlined workflow. In the software development industry, sprints are often used as a viable alternative to project management methodologies like the waterfall model. They allow engineers to get feedback in a shorter amount of time, while also providing better visibility into their team's project development. With Sprint, you can estimate your work in hours or days, instead of weeks. Team members know the story, not just the process. This can help to avoid any last-minute surprises or delays and ensures that everyone is working towards the same goal. It allows you to show off your team's thought processes and communication skill. This is a great opportunity for us as project managers and developers to do some site testing and create some awesome projects. Overall, sprints are a great way to keep projects on track and ensure that they are completed on time and to a high standard. If you're looking for a way to streamline your Jira workflow, you may want to consider using sprints. Well, now we know what a sprint in Jira is and what are its benefits. But what is the use of it until we learn how to create one? If you want to learn how to create a successful sprint in Jira, keep watching the video until the end. Sprints are a great way to keep your team focused and productive. They set clear expectations around the scope of work, keep team members accountable, and help verify that features are being built efficiently. However, if you're currently using Jira for project management but haven't yet implemented sprints, it can be a little overwhelming at first. Luckily, implementing sprints in Jira is much simpler than it seems. The key steps for creating a successful sprint in Jira include: planning your sprint, creating your sprint in Jira, setting your sprint goal, add issues to your sprint, start your sprint, monitor your sprint progress. Lastly, cross your sprint. We will discuss each step in detail for a better understanding and no confusion. Firstly, plan your sprint. To get the most out of your sprint, it's important to plan the scope of work. Allowing yourself some wiggle room and flexibility will enable you to explore different solutions, but also allow room for you to fall back on what has worked previously. Decide on the scope of work for the sprint and create a sprint goal. Create a user story and acceptance criteria that describes what needs to be developed during this sprint. This will help you determine how much work can realistically be accomplished in the sprint. Next, create your sprint in Jira. Once your sprint is planned, you will need to create a sprint in Jira. This can be done by going to the Sprints tab and clicking Create Sprint. You will then need to give your sprint a name, description, and start and end date. After your sprint is created, you will need to add your tasks. This can be done by going to the backlog and selecting the tasks you want to add to your sprint. Once you have added all of your tasks, you will need to assign them to team members and set deadlines. Then, set your sprint goal. Once you have set the stage, it's time to start working. Start by breaking down your sprint goal into achievable tasks. These tasks should be small enough that one person can complete them in a day or less. Decide on what the scope of work will be for each day. This will help you focus on what needs to be accomplished and keep track of how much work has been done. If you have a large amount of work that needs doing, break it down into smaller chunks so that they can be completed quickly and efficiently. Also, add issues to your sprint. Adding issues to sprints is crucial to keeping them organized and focused. When you create a sprint, you can choose the issue type, who it's assigned to, and any notes that are associated with it. In addition, every sprint has a due date as well as an estimated duration that gets assigned when you create the sprint. Once the issue is added to a sprint, it will show up in the to-do column of that sprint. This means that all of the issues in that column are part of this sprint and must be completed before moving on to any other tasks. Finally, now you can start your sprint. When you're ready to start working on the sprint, go to the Scrum board and click on the Start Sprint button. This will move the sprint to the In Progress column. As you work through the sprint, you'll see tasks appear on the board. You can drag and drop these tasks onto cards in the backlog or into your task board. This will keep everything organized and make sure no tasks fall through the cracks. The board will also automatically begin tracking the sprint's progress. You can see the percentage of work completed, remaining work, and total estimated hours. Once you have completed each task, move it to the Done column. This will automatically report your progress on the sprint board. Well, that was not the end. There is more to it, let's watch. You also need to monitor your sprint progress. As the sprint progresses, keep an eye on the progress bar to see how much work has been completed. If it looks like the sprint will not be completed on time, you may need to adjust the scope of work or add additional resources. If you add additional resources, be sure to update the scope of work so that all team members are clear on what is expected of them. Keeping track of the sprint can be tricky, especially when working with a new team. Nevertheless, the sprint review is a chance for the team to show off their work and get feedback from stakeholders. It also helps you determine if you have everything you need to start working on the next sprint. Then now finally, close your sprint. Once the sprint is complete, you'll need to review the work done during that time. You can do this by looking at each issue and seeing how much progress was made on it. It's also a good idea to make sure that any issues that were completed are closed out in Jira so they don't show up again in future sprints. We don't want you to create a sprint in Jira just for the sake of doing it, but follow the best practices for using sprints in Jira. The best practices for using a sprint in Jira vary depending on which system you're using. Like most Agile systems, there's a specific process that works best, but as most Agile systems are based on the Kanban methodology, they use cards to represent work. Therefore, if you're using Cardbase in your project, having tasks and issues sorted by card makes it harder to find what you need when searching for something specific. So knowing how and why those processes work is vital to your success with sprints in Jira. The best practices for using sprints in Jira are as follows. Make sure your sprint is properly configured before starting it. Assign issues to the sprint that can realistically be completed within the sprint duration. Make use of Jira's sprint reporting features to track progress and identify any issues that need to be addressed. Hold a sprint review at the end of the sprint to assess what was accomplished and identify any areas for improvement. Conduct a retrospective at the end of the sprint to identify what went well and what could be improved for future sprints. If you want a plan during a sprint, it's vital to be flexible and understand that the plans will change and not everything will go according to plan. To ensure the best possible outcome, plan things that you know will definitely be accomplished and figure out how to get those tasks done. With these practices in mind, you'll be able to use your sprints effectively and keep your team on track. The goal of this video is to help you know that Jira is a flexible and scalable Agile-ready project management software to help your team to boost productivity by delivering work regularly. It offers many useful features that support the work of development teams following Agile methodology such as Scrum and Kanban, including sprints. You can create sprints in Jira software easily and regulate them with just a few steps. With the right tools on your side, the number of setbacks that can slow your project down is likely to diminish. In conclusion, the benefits of using a tool like Jira software are truly invaluable. Also, it helps projects to be more agile and, therefore, makes them more effective and efficient. So, that was all for this video. Do comment your takeaways from this video, and also which topic you would like to watch next. For any further queries, you can always reach out to us at connect@agilemania.com. Thank you.